State officials continuing to investigate a Southeast Side funeral home where dozens of decaying bodies were found several days ago. The Cook County Medical Examiner has now identified 11 of the 56 remains found at South Chicago Chapel.
Raises a big question for a lot of people. How can you tell if a funeral home is doing what it promises? NBC5 responds, looking into what consumers need to know before choosing a funeral home. Investigative reporter PJ Randhawa to walk us through some of those questions to ask.
Yeah, and these are important questions to ask, often during a very difficult period of time. So when you first contact a funeral home, there are certain federal rules and regulations they're supposed to follow.
According to the Federal Trade Commission, they must give you a written, itemized price list when you visit a funeral home. They also must provide you with a written casket price list before you see any actual caskets. They must also accept a casket or urn if you've bought one from somewhere else. And finally, if you decide to move forward with the funeral home, they must give you a written statement after you decide what you want and before you pay. If you want to take things a step further, you can also go to the website for the Illinois Department of Financial and Professional Regulations, or IDFPR, and look up the business license of the funeral home and the funeral home director. If their license has been revoked or they've had disciplinary action, you should see it there. In the case of the South Chicago Chapel, where the bodies were recovered last week, its funeral director, Joanna Morgan's license was suspended in the past, but it had been reinstated. The IDPFR lists her license as temporarily suspended as of last week, citing continued practice is a danger to the public safety.
And we've posted a link to look up business licenses through IDPFR. Just look for this story on the NBCChicago.com website, and you'll find all the information you need there to background check some of these funeral homes.
Such important information, but again, very difficult for most people to even discuss. And then when they do have to discuss it, the worst time ever.
Yeah, just a few things to keep in mind before you go through that process.
Save you a lot of heartbreak in the
Definitely.
long run.
All right, PJ, thank you.